It can be discouraging if your abs don't appear after doing thousands of crunches and eating properly. Being stuck in this in-between phase where you have a thin waist but no abs or only a faint trace of the upper two abs is a fairly common issue. However, by addressing the obstacles that are stopping you from seeing your abs, you can make rapid progress toward a more defined stomach with abs that definitely show. Welcome back to another exciting video from Fit Flourish Fever. Today's video is about 6 reasons your abs aren't showing. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. So let's start with the most obvious problem, body fat percentage. The amount of fat in your body will have a significant impact on how apparent your abs are. Unfortunately, the belly area is one of the slowest places to lose fat, so you'll notice fat loss from your face, hands, and arms long before you notice it from your stomach. The idea is to keep to a calorie deficit made up of nutritious, single-ingredient foods for an extended period. To begin removing fat from places near your center of mass. If you have a layer of fat hiding your abs, no matter how hard you work them, they will not appear. As a man, you may have been encouraged to keep your body fat percentage under 12% to see your abs. However, this exact measurement approach needs to be revised. Some men will begin to see well-defined abs at 14% body fat or above, while others will need to lose more body fat to notice their abs. This is because various people have distinct bodies with varying preferences for fat storage tendencies. So, if your body prefers to store and keep fat specifically around the stomach, you'll need to cut down even more than someone who stores fat predominantly around the hips. The solution is to continue cutting calories by eating good, low-calorie dense foods like lean sources of protein, veggies, and fruits for a long enough period until your body fat percentage is low enough for those abs to pop out further. Now, if your diet is healthy and you're starting to get lean, you could be doing a variety of workout blunders that are inhibiting you and your abs from growing properly. One of the most common problems I notice with workouts is that most people need to utilize more weight to train their abs and instead perform far too many reps. The misconception that you should train your abs with high reps derives from the incorrect assumption that they are largely slow twitch fiber dominant. Doing a lot of reps is the greatest method to stimulate slow twitch fibers. To begin with, research shows that when you work with a diversity of reps rather than constantly using the same amount, you will build more muscle. Second, studies demonstrate that the abdominal muscles have a balanced muscular profile, with approximately 55 to 58% slow twitch fibers and the remaining nearly half fast twitch fibers. This is why using a variety of rep ranges is very effective. Rather than merely doing high reps, for example, you could do 4 sets of 6 to 10 repetitions of hard decline sit-ups. After that, complete 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps of hanging leg raises. You can also superset the two, beginning with a heavy set of 6-10 reps and immediately ending with a lighter set of 15-20 reps. The main issue is not employing heavy weight and not focusing on increasing the weight load used over time. Moving up from a 35-pound weight on decline sit-ups for 10 reps to a 50-pound weight for those same 10 reps is a surefire way to know you're appropriately, progressively taxing your abs. The problem with high reps, in general, is that most people do not complete those sets to failure. That failure would be certain if you simply increase the weight after every set of 10 reps, but if you focus on more reps, true failure becomes more difficult to quantify objectively. Many studies demonstrate that if you don't reach failure with your high rep sets, high rep training becomes less beneficial than training with low or moderate reps. So, in my opinion, you should focus mostly on gradually increasing your weight load and then mixing in some high rep supersets in which you reach failure inside the first 20 reps. Another common misconception is that completing compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, overhead presses, and chin-ups is adequate for developing the ab muscles. That, unfortunately, is not the case. Direct ab exercises are required if you desire more defined and developed abs. In fact, if you're past the novice stage, compound exercises are unlikely to push your abs any further than they are now. This is because the bulk of compound exercises, such as squats and deadlifts, do not engage the abdominal muscles properly. This is easy to comprehend physiologically because the lumbar spine does not bend or rotate during these actions. A study that examined muscle activity levels during various exercises, including the back squat, found that while participants performed the back squat with a very heavy weight load that they could only perform 3 reps with, their abdominal muscle activation barely reached 20% of maximum voluntary contraction. The straight leg sit-up, on the other hand, engaged the external obliques and the rectus abdominis at roughly 40%. More than twice as much activation was induced. The clean and jerk exercise also demonstrated poor rectus abdominis, internal obliques, and external obliques core activity levels. So, if you want to maximize ab development, include isolation exercises in your workout program. The next problem could be that you need to be more focused on static ab exercises. Planks, for example, are excellent for developing core stability. They are also excellent for building deep abdominal muscles, such as the transverse abdominis. While planks and other static ab workouts can help prevent lower back issues, they are not ideal for developing well-developed abs for a variety of reasons. First, research reveals that both the eccentric and concentric phases provide numerous benefits that static or isometric motions do not. Data demonstrates that you can produce twice as much force with an eccentric contraction and half as much force during a circular contraction. To put it simply, during isometric exercises, you can overload your muscles to a higher level, resulting in a more potent muscle growth stimulus. Furthermore, the eccentric and concentric periods activate unique anabolic cell signaling pathways, which isometric exercises do not fully stimulate. The final result is that dynamic workouts such as decline sit-ups, leg lifts, stability, ball crunches, rope crunches, dumbbell side bends, and sit-ups are superior for ab growth. The likelihood that your abs are undeveloped is that you need to be trained over the entire range of motion. As I've previously stated, working a muscle across its whole range of motion promotes muscular growth. Compared to merely doing partial reps, sure. You can lift more weight by doing a quarter squat rather than a complete squat, and you can bench more by lowering the bar only a few inches rather than all the way down, but the idea is to make progress and achieve that. Many studies have indicated that it is beneficial to train through the entire range of motion. This is also true for your abdominal muscles. To get the best results, consider movements that train your abs over a full range of motion in your training routine. For example, while conventional crunches are a terrific exercise, the range of motion during a crunch is limited because the floor stops you from fully extending your back during the eccentric phase. Crunches on a stability ball or decline bench are one approach to overcome this. Both allow you to lower your upper body deeper down, stretching your abs and increasing your range of motion. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.